was at a Beta O'Rourke thing in Colorado. She went there and challenged
Oh,
on his taking all your guns away thing. It made headlines in the news and then ended up running for Congress. And actually,
Please enter your participant or moderator code followed by the pound key.
her congressional seat on the west side of the mountain range.
Please say your name followed by the pound
So
key.
she ran,
You are the first participant in the conference.
retired on the east side. She ran for that one, moved and ran for that one. And then the guy that almost beat her in the primaries, that was a Republican, won her seat. So we gained one more Republican.
huh. So is she kind of only got the guns platform, or does she have
She
other?
kind of stood shoulder to shoulder with Matt Gaetz when they were going up against Kevin, what's his name for Speaker of the House? Kevin McCarthy.
How about if I just put my phone there and then you know what time it is? Oh, I guess that's there now. 8:34. Where'd Bill go?
Right about.
Restroom?
Yeah, they said that she didn't even, that Lauren Boebert didn't even get her GED till the year she got elected. She had lived with her mom, didn't know who her dad was.
Oh my gosh.
Did you know much of that?
No, I've never heard that before.
I wonder if my kids know that.
Lauren Boebert.
Over, yeah, I know who she is.
She changed districts. She went to
That's not the
east,
one.
east
Other side of the
over
mountains.
there, and then somebody else, the Republican, won hers,
Yeah.
so they gained a seat.
Oh,
How do you spell her last name?
Morning.
Morning.
Something like that.
She's divorced from her husband.
I just saw something about her. It was in a negative light. I can't remember what it was.
Did she get sworn in already?
No.
Okay.
She's just acting like she works here. And I'm just acting like I'm the chair, but I'm not.
Technically, you still are.
I was gonna say you
Technically,
didn't
I
know
am.
it yet, so.
Have you been given permission to speak?
Yeah.
I think I
Yeah.
all those rules.
Yeah, well, right now, he can still say who's.
Quiet.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't go.
Well, like Willie's brother, he took the first crank with it, put the big divot in it.
Warren, or not Warren. Oh,
Yeah, I can't say his name.
Wayne.
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 Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Widow Wayne.
Where's Steve? I suppose we gotta wait till 8:45, because that's what we said.
okay.
Oh,
I was thinking it was 8:30.
Oh, we can do
We
something
can
else.
do
then.
anything else.
Yeah, we can do other things.
Do you wanna do drainage? I'm right
We
here.
can do the whole agenda.
We haven't even
Yeah.
approved the
I was
agenda
thinking-
yet.
Oh, geez.
I was still standing up thinking that we were gonna say the Pledge of Allegiance.
This is showing over here.
Oh, what's that?
When I try to put the thing on, it goes by your computer screen. I don't know how, I don't know. I kept pressing the source button and then it did something. So, my bad.
It's fine.
There we go. So if something else shows up then.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
We're all good.
I don't want to
So are
overstep
we
my
already-
bounds, but can we say the pledge?
That's just already trying to grab.
Say the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll consider for approval the minutes of the agenda.
I'll make the motion to approve the minutes in the agenda.
I'll second it.
A motion from Smith and a second from Pensel to approve the minutes and agenda as presented. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, motion carries. We'll go to organizational meeting.
Should we wait for that?
Probably wait till she's sworn in for that. Can we skip A and go to the boards, just look at the boards? for
Yep.
now?
come back later.
That's kind of a filler job.
Is there anybody that's resigned from any of them?
Anybody that's dead.
Yeah, or
There was one that I was,
the examining board. In Yagi, I doubt it's gonna be, some health issues.
I left mine on my desk. Sorry, guys. We need to fix the extension, that's wrong.
So medical examiners, has that changed?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. So we've got juvenile detention board, bill and. Let's see. Do you ever meet on the Prairie Ridge? Is that just some kind of advisory board or?
Prairie Ridge,
Yeah,
they haven't sent me anything,
yeah, I've never heard anything from them.
no.
The whole time I've been here, I've never heard anything from them.
I mean, I see stuff with them on the mental health end of it, you know,
Yeah.
their claims or whatever, but
Seems like they would benefit a lot from the opioid monies. There's a lot of that getting distributed right now. Civil service. I think everybody's still around for that. Conference board.
I need to check on the soil and water.
Place there. Is Rick still on Rick Hoffbauer still with the city?
he is.
Okay, so the extension is what?
I'll have to look at the ballot. That's voted on,
Okay.
and the soil and water's voted on, so I just need to check who won.
And we're still good on the Board of Health? Those names.
Board of Health, Julie just said to me that Jackie can run again because she is of her new job. Because otherwise there was a conflict. And I think, she thinks Sandy is up. No?
She's got a year left.
Okay.
It was Jackie that was.
Okay, so
and
Jackie-
Dr. Oskar.
Osterkamp.
But they're both available, though.
That's,
Okay.
that was what she insinuated to me.
I'd say no change there. Review. Missile. So now,
Thank you.
Tim is retired. Does he need to be replaced?
Tim Missile?
Yeah.
He still does the real estate side,
Oh, he does?
just not the insurance.
Okay, just not, all right. He'd been in there a long time. He was on there before I was on there.
I guess
Yeah, because he just came
last year.
in the last year, so
Yeah.
he must be filling out. Probably Mike Courts, because Mike had
Yeah.
health issues.
And then, judge's nomination. I think that's gonna, but nobody's up. So, Mark Kingman been showing up. He's up with Harley. Well, that's, they're cut down here. Planning doesn't mean as much as Board of Adjustment. I think Mark's still.
Who's on planning and zoning?
Thompson, Tom Kingwood.
I guess Joe Kroll just got on, so I think he's still needs to stay on. Harley's up. Three of them that are up. Harley's also up on the Board of Adjustment.
Yeah.
So no changes in those then? Or we don't know much about ECN, CI, is that your childhood?
Really?
Yeah. 911 board. Well, it's time for the swearing in. Everybody up.
Here, people.
There's something I need to know.
Oh, you are here.
Just on time.
Don't want to be late for your first day.
Well, yeah, true that.
Do you want my phone?
I'm not gonna.
Sue, you'll remember most of these people.
I will.
My sister and brother-in-law, and
Yeah.
mom and brother.
I'm the wife.
Yeah.
Hey, Michelle.
Christopher, what is your issue? No, okay. We have a-
No?
Should we just do it on this thing?
We need a Bible for this.
I didn't bring one.
Get out of the way.
Okay.
So, explain to me, how are we doing this? I read, you guys just state your name and your office, and
You
We
read.
do it
then we
collectively?
Copy
what?
what you're, like, you say I, state your name, and then we say I.
Don't record
Our
this
name.
part.
So you're just, you guys are just filling in the blanks all at the same time?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Sarah,
Collect-
can you go a little bit towards them now? I thought you were doing one at a time. I didn't know it was all together. There we go, that's a much better picture.
He's working smarter, not harder.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, so everybody raise your right hand. I, say your name.
I, Carla Weiss Smith,
Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Iowa, and I will faithfully and impartially, to the best of my ability, discharge all the duties of your office.
auditor,
Sheriff
Supervisor.
in Winnebago County, Iowa, as now or hereafter required by law. Congratulations.
I do.
I do.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
They all do it different.
You can do it.
Chris, do you have your notary stamp?
I can. I can have it.
Alright, sounds good.
Last time was masks and remember that? I didn't.
You can use the space for any other photos.
It's old hat, we had to do it for Dave last week.
Oh,
Yeah, congratulations there
Yeah,
too.
congratulations.
congratulations.
Yeah,
Bill, you, I don't know if you've met Dave or
I've
Dave.
seen his, he's
I feel like we
famous.
saw your picture.
KIMT or whatever sometimes.
Yeah, that's always a fun part of the job too.
I'm like,
Glad to say we've been in your jail for the good reasons.
What's that?
We've been in your jail for the good reasons.
Good reason, yeah.
Yeah, Terry and I are on the board for that later.
Focus.
Oh, sure.
Did you tour it too?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. Chop, chop.
That's when we were looking to build ours, right? Yeah.
I've known him for how many
We are
years?
setting the tone for 2025 right now.
That's a little busy.
You know, when the new chairman is up, it'll get so much better.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Every time you turn into the new chair, it's better now.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, she's
You want it done, you put a lady in charge.
She's really been upset over Terry's shenanigans, and she's
Yeah.
gonna straighten things out. I'll tell you.
You know how you try to get stuff done the last few days that you have power?
How many pardons have you issued?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I still have time
yeah.
until our next agenda item then.
Thanks,
All right,
Chris.
so we're good?
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you want me to go make copies?
Do you want to just write Steve's name up there, or have Steve write his name up there?
Stephen J.
He likes his own pen.
Forest and board.
Yeah, yes.
Right, sure.
My mom and stuff from.
Yeah, we give them enough business, we ought to be getting.
Yeah, no kidding.
So I feel like I could give him some crap.
Absolutely can. You have my permission.
But we really like our show.
Oh, yes.
Hey,
We can clear out a little bit if you want to use this space for
No,
some
I-
pictures.
I don't know what they wanna do for sure.
I think we should grab a picture.
You want a copy of yours?
Yeah, I'll just,
Okay, all right, sounds good, I'll be back.
Congratulations.
thank you, you too, man.
I like this, this is what she does.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, until he gets right?
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys, you on hold now till 9 then, or?
No,
we're just-
Oh, you're just gonna
We
go
just
right
go
into it?
jump right in.
We're
So
just doing our
this
appointments
is
and
your
stuff.
first term though, right, the sheriff?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been the chief.
Yeah, so you, yeah, all right. So now, it's like I always say, you get swore in, then you get swore at.
Well, yeah, right after the election, it started right away. It's like, hey, can we do this? Can we do that? What are you gonna do? Type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Oh, here, this is kind of a coup too in the area,
That's
you
a
know,
good
yeah.
picture.
Who are we looking at first?
Ugly ass bucket.
Kind
Yeah.
of makes you wonder. Like that, Terry.
Isn't that
Did
pretty?
you get one yet?
No.
Okay, my turn. A second. Oh, very nice. Like the flags in the back. Very nice.
Oh,
Congratulations.
We'll get out of here.
No, take your time.
yeah, yeah, no,
Time,
yeah,
This is
yeah.
fun.
Bill, I got some garage sale Cleveland clubs.
Okay, I'll go first.
Not too long ago on it.
There's a.
First
great-
thing I did, took them re-gripped and lengthened, but
Oh, is that right?
Now just smile, Steve, there you go.
Won't even be a competition anymore.
yeah.
You know, what I've been trying to find is there's actually, you know, the old Billy Barule in Caddyshack when he's putting?
Yeah.
You know, Judge Smales, you know, Billy Barule? But I can't find one online.
Steve, we're gonna get
It,
a
Oh, it's there.
I was hoping they still made new ones, and it kinda lists them, but it's not, yeah.
Okay, no.
there a Caddyshack 2 out or something? My wife was seeing.
There was a Caddyshack too, but it wasn't near as good as the original.
Okay, she said it was on Netflix or something.
Yeah.
We saw it too.
I didn't even know there was a second one.
Oh, sorry, guys.
You never can duplicate a lot of them.
Well, and they didn't have all the
Trailer
same
coming
people.
for
You
it.
make that picture so
It's
much
just-
better.
It's tough to pull off, because they had such
Usually
a
I'm like-
unique crew in that
They
first
did.
one that,
Yeah, you gotta,
You too.
Has
you
joined.
gotta hand it to him. He used the same people in most all of his movies.
yeah.
So, if you get to where I'm gonna be on there, let me know, 'cause
Would you rather we
We
just,
could move it
we
right
could
out.
probably, right after 4A, we could probably do you.
okay, I'm gonna run them down to the county attorney real quick and then I'll be back, so.
Okay,
All
we'll
right.
just do
Thank
her.
you.
Well,
Bye.
we'll leave that up to the
Bye-bye.
new chair.
Yes.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
might not be as easy to work with her.
yeah. It's gonna be pretty scary here.
Okay, so should we do 4A, appoint chair and vice chair before we sit down?
Yeah.
So,
Somebody has to make a motion?
yes.
Well, I'll make the motion to appoint myself to chair and, no, I mean, appoint Susan to chair and myself to vice chair.
I'll second the motion. So I got a motion from Jensel, a second from Derby to appoint chair to Susan Smith and vice chair to Bill Jensvold. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, motion carries.
Yeah,
Just a minute, let's make it.
I kinda like my spot on the end though. I can
I know you
slide my
do.
chair out and extend my legs easy.
We need a longer table.
This is gonna be kinda tough.
Move it early.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm just gonna stay right here if you don't mind.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember when you
go.
tried it over there and it didn't
No
really
concern
work?
of ours.
Well, she wanted to get herself off camera, that's why she went here, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah, so, be all right. We'd like to be off camera too. So the public would probably like me on camera too.
Are we,
Go back to our list.
Oh, there it is, right there.
So Steve, you want
All right.
to take Steve when he gets here?
yeah, we'll just take him when he comes back up. We wanna
Tell
do
me what to do.
4B, appointments to several boards. We'll review that further, or,
Yeah, we can table that till next week if there's anybody you wanna call or, and then I'll make sure
Well,
that.
you
I
should
got-
probably identify anything else.
Okay, on the examining board, Dennis Yang, I believe he's in assisted living somewhere now. He had some health issues, I haven't heard anything lately, but, I'm not even sure where he's at.
Brett or something.
I don't know if it's a Brit or,
Maybe you should check on that.
yeah, we should call him, see how things are going.
The qualifications for this one, on the examining board, is that the board for appointing the assessor? Is that what that one is?
I don't think so.
What's that?
I don't know. Let me Google it.
I know we've discussed what it is before.
Conference board is the assessor board.
No, there's the examining board appoints the assessor.
Oh,
That's a separate committee from the supervisors.
let's see.
I mean, it sounds right, but I'm not.
I think it is. That's who appointed her when Noel retired. Down the list. What about the advisory council, any adjustments there we have to make? We've got what about Dan? Is he on or off? Didn't we replace him already?
Yeah,
with,
yeah,
So we gotta change that one. to-
Which one?
To a Weaver, right?
yeah, it was, Tim we put up.
Okay.
Would you check his email? Because I've emailed him and he says he doesn't get them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I don't have a phone number.
Do you want me to talk to him or you want his phone number?
Either way.
Or just call the shop.
Oh, yeah, you can call the store.
Call the store.
That's in the phone book. It's, Pretty sure I have his cell phone number, so. I know I got his wife's cell phone
You think Brian's gonna re-up then? Okay, and then,
I can ask, but I'm quite sure.
Scott Anderson. And, she was here at the last one?
What's that?
The representative from Lake Mills.
Diana
It
Price.
was Nathan. Nathan is from Lake Mills.
Oh, yeah, Nathan.
Diane is not doing it anymore.
But is there an opening there? Well, it shows me.
She's an alternate,
I'm an
so,
alternate. It shows me on there, but, oh, she's just alternate, okay.
and I don't know if,
They need a different alternate?
yeah, maybe. Cause she kind of made it sound like she wasn't at all, but maybe you wanna talk to Diane?
I can stop there again. I did,
Or talk to Mark,
Yeah,
Mark Peterson.
I'll go rattle some cages.
okay.
No.
Let me know.
Maybe get a hold of Scott Anderson.
is he up to?
Great, yes,
Better.
yes. I think he indicated when he first got on that he'd do the first one.
I don't remember that part of it, but
I think when trying to convince him, he's good the first one.
Okay.
So I think we need to get it confirmed.
Okay.
And you guys meet quite often for the planning board then?
which one?
The FEMA one.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't remember there was a FEMA one.
Of course, there is, they've never,
I suppose it's only.
It's a big town.
yeah.
You didn't tell me to go into the Nyakog Trust, Housing Trust.
So there's a change there because the board decided it was too big of a board. So they suggested to a number of people on the board that they weren't necessary.
Oh,
So there you go. So I'm not on that board anymore. We're not.
There just isn't a board anymore.
There's a board, but it's greatly reduced in size. And I'm not on it. We're not on it.
I was wondering if they went back to their original board,
I think they were finding it was just
cumbersome.
cumbersome and ineffective and,
Well, as long as we get reports on
Yeah,
that we're being treated fairly.
properly represented.
I'll send them an email, just, I've not been eliminated from their mailings or anything yet. So if we find out we're not getting information, we just have to ask for it.
I think we should at least get a report from them
Mm-hmm.
on a yearly basis. You know, that was the nice thing about the one we were in
Where's
before.
that?
We get that report every year, what money did.
mhm.
Yeah.
We'd have an annual meeting and make decisions. That one was just a once a year meeting, and I don't understand why that would be cumbersome to have
Yeah, you wouldn't think it'd be that big.
once a year, you have your representatives come in.
Well, there is such a, call it heading that supervisors aren't on anything anymore.
Well, that's kind of what I thought too, when,
Not necessarily that this is the state involved.
And right now, we're not giving any money to them, right? So, I guess that doesn't give us any
Well, we do give money to NIACOG for,
NIACOG.
yeah, but
not-
NIACOG,
We
this,
used to give money to the housing trust fund that we used to be in,
we give $2,000 to that,
and we don't anymore here.
not to, no.
Yeah, so we have no budget for housing trust. So we kind of lost our. Hold there.
there was a bunch eliminated. I didn't know enough about it, so I just assumed they were kind of downsizing like all of the other, or regionalizing, like some of the others are. This is coming back in.
Howdies.
We take these home with us and look them
Well,
over
we can
for,
still discuss this after this too.
okay.
Let's get these guys taken.
Okay, so can we move to item number 10, Steve Hepperly, Sheriff, to discuss Public Safety Center PSV structural report? And do we have anybody on the phone for this or not?
You guys want just a copy of the front page? Or you have it?
I don't have it with me, but I have a copy in my email.
Oh, good.
I'll just have you guys help me fill in the blanks if there's any. I mean, Terry's got it.
I don't think it's just more of just getting it on the record.
Yeah, that's, as far as just status quo.
Yep.
Things again.
See what the next step is.
Yeah.
So there was a meeting with the structural engineer on what date?
Do you recall what date that was? I don't know if they.
November 13th.
November 13th?
Oh, there it is. It is, yep, right at the top.
And Terry was there, and you guys were
I
all
was
there.
there.
Carla
It
was there.
says here,
Oh, got it all?
there.
That's the first page.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. The idea. Okay.
Basically, what he's saying is because of the bowing, the walls, on a seasonal basis. You've got a wall that's absorbing heat on the outside, you have stable conditions on the inside. This wall goes like this because it expands on the outside. That pulls things apart. And it changes back a little bit. Have you noticed this winter now it's cold? Is it narrowed up the gap or is it kind of stable?
Honestly, Terry, I have not been in there to take a look.
Because when we did the inspection, would have been kind of now, I would think it'd be the shortest on the outside right now, so it should be coming back.
And quite honestly, without putting a ruler on it, it would be hard to tell.
I think
You
just
had to
looking
take
at
a before and after measurements.
Yeah, you would,
if you look at
Nobody
it,
thought of doing that.
no, no.
Yeah.
but, you know, just looking at the pictures compared to what it is now would be a good, if we look at it on a month, you know,
Yeah.
monthly, bi-monthly, just to keep an eye on it. But, you know, I think we need to fix the caulking,
Right.
which I think Kevin decided that it'd be better if professionals came in and did it.
Absolutely.
That was
Yeah.
discussed, yeah.
Yep. And I don't know, what would be the best time of year to do it? Would it be when it's the warmest or the coldest? If it's the coldest, it's gonna expand more, so you'll have more.
I kinda wonder if you do it when it's expanded and you fill it, then it's gonna
Yeah.
compress and
Compress
push
together.
it out, or,
If you do it the other way around, you might pull it apart.
You're gonna pull it
Right.
apart.
Yeah.
I wonder if like,
Unless
but
they
I don't know,
got
what's
some
the jail inspector gonna say?
super flexible
Well, like I
stuff.
say, I've kept him apprised every step of the way. I mean, every time, like, as soon as I got this, he got it, so.
I don't wanna make it look like we're kicking the can down the road, but if we
Oh.
could schedule something, I would say May, June, somewhere in there, it might be a warmer time where
Right,
it's
and
not
then,
quite the full expansion, but it's
You
not.
know, do we have to throw those, we have to go like get bids for it, or can we
I
just
think
find,
you could-
just find a
it's
contractor to
professional
do it?
services to come in and do it, I don't think.
And I guess I wouldn't know, who would that be?
Yeah.
Would it be like a Kingland Construction, or would it be,
Kingland or Larson or somebody.
yeah, and this is just kind of where we're here, like I said, I'm more so defer to you with your
Those
contracting
general
background.
contractors are probably have the manpower to.
well, they build those
Couple
things.
guys.
I mean, if they build them, they gotta caulk them.
Well, I'm sure they've done concrete buildings, I don't know. We'd have to see if they have experience with the concrete
Yeah.
buildings, 'cause you gotta have that special, pick-proof, caulking.
Right,
Yep.
yeah, so. That's where, like I said, I kind of defer to the group, because like I said, construction's not at all my background, so whoever you feel might be the best, will.
It'd be nice to, you know, kinda stick local.
Yep.
Whether it's Kingland or Larson's or, I don't know who else in the area, other than get to Mason City, but.
Yeah.
Would like. But I would maybe start local, don't you think? I mean, both of them have built buildings for us. I guess I would be happy with what Larson's did
Yeah.
down at the, public health and.
Yeah, like I said, my biggest intent for being here is just to stay in compliance with the state jail inspector. You know, Delbert was, very insistent that we have a structural engineer by the end of 2024, which we did, and so this is his report, and, like you said, if we didn't address it, we could potentially want to maybe shut it down, but, I'm not throwing that out there. He said that's,
I guess the one thing I wondered is it advantageous because it bows is separating in the middle more than the top and the bottom, I think, isn't it?
To me, it seems like it's almost the same everywhere.
consistent, kind of.
Yeah, it's considered, there's a word. I'm looking
Yeah.
for.
That's kind of contrary to the bowing. But I didn't know if mechanical fasteners would keep it from moving like that.
Right, and
The angle iron bracket that you
Yep.
bolt and you bolt.
And that's what my brother, who was just here at Cerro Gordo's jail, that's what we went and observed as soon as we started having this. And it looks pretty hodgepodge, but it's big, thick L or angle iron on the corners and the floors and
Drill into the
bolted
cement,
in.
bolted them in.
I'm sorry.
Just makes you
They drilled
wonder-
into the cement walls and bolted them on
Yeah.
there with fasteners.
Makes you wonder if there couldn't be just some type of a T, mechanical, thing that went and covered up the whole
So if you put
top to
a
bottom.
90-degree angle iron, piece of iron that's painted or whatever, go all the way top to bottom, that would look more uniform that way.
It doesn't have to be necessarily, well, if it's gonna move away.
It would
would just need to be attached to one side so
It'd have
that
to be
it's
the one that's
flexibility.
moving,
It'd be the
Yeah.
one that's moving.
and it'd be the south probably. If you attach it to the south one, it would probably slide on the east one. But then you've got the bathroom area where it's pulling away there.
Right.
You do the same thing on both sides of that wall, or is it just on the one side you see it?
Well, like I said, because what we're dealing with, like I say, the exterior walls, which are basically, well, it's all puzzle pieces, so to speak.
Yeah,
But, yeah, so I don't know which part is bowing or flexing, into the inside
well,
or
here
the
again,
outside?
that's if you bring a contractor to look at it and go, this is what's happening, this is the report we got, what do you think and how can we fix it?
To me, a cheaper way to try it would be to put it doesn't have to be that big, heavy iron. It could be just a nominal, angle iron of something that would go all the distance.
I think
Right.
It would slide on the one ball while it's attached to the
I think it
Attached
could
to
be,
the other, and then you never see it again.
it could
Yeah.
be stainless, it could be stainless
As
steel.
long as we know it's not going to
It's not
fall out,
going,
right.
it's just, it's more of a cosmetic cover.
Right.
You're not fixing the problem at all.
Just so that inmates can't mess with it.
Right.
You know, so if it was just a piece of
I mean, there's guys that would
stainless.
pick at that stuff.
Come visit
Yeah,
sometime.
so-
you know.
That's like I say, I just want to reiterate, so any of the public that's listening, like I say, it's not for, lack of maintenance or anything on our, like the state jail inspector told us, he said, he sees this, it's common, but it's only common in the north end of the state, the cold weather parts of the state. So it's it's due to compaction or
That's why
lack
our roads don't
thereof.
last as long too.
That's what
Our roads don't last as long up here either.
Yeah.
True.
So, just so people understand that it's not for negligence on anybody's part here, it's the compaction and the environment, so, and then,
I'm trying to think, the other places that were having issues other than that south wall were on the north side, right?
yeah, it was the one female cell on the south side that Delbert had made a mention of.
Yeah,
And then the north walls, and like I say, that shower area and that,
So I'm just wondering if we're gonna try that mechanical, do you think some of it would be better just to caulk? Like the north
Well-
side, would it be better to caulk that and try the mechanical on the south?
well, how about this, just a thought, and here again, more the contractor's, professional opinion, but do we caulk and then cover it?
Yes.
And so we're kind of doing a dual purpose fix, and as long as it's jail compliant with Delbert,
That was my thought initially is, we're just gonna keep fighting a caulk,
yeah,
to put
If you
a
could-
covering over it in some way.
The stuff you have to have now is pick proof.
Right.
So that's pretty hard. So
Yeah.
if you put something in there that was flexible, that could flex with it, if they make like a silicone that could flex with it and then cover it, then it would be pick proof because it's got the
Right.
metal over it.
got the metal over it, and
Yeah.
and so that being said, here again, like, see, we're in a public meeting here, and we're talking about, do we go with one contractor over the other, do we have to take bids, or what's the best way to do it, I mean,
It's a small.
okay,
It's a
just,
job.
yeah.
Just find somebody who's willing to do it.
It
Mhm.
won't meet the threshold of having to,
No, it is.
But yeah,
Do we need to do an RFP on it, Carla, or just talk to a contractor and get it going?
the good news from this report is that there's not really anything with the base or the
Footings are good.
footings or
Yeah.
any of that kind of
That's
thing.
very
Because, Again.
It really didn't look like it was falling over to me anyway.
it,
Now we know for
Yeah.
sure with somebody who's got a little more expert.
But it all started with that drainage problem
Yeah.
in the one corner that kind of concerned us.
Yeah,
That it wasn't properly
right away you start thinking settling.
spouted. The one spout was going right in the corner, which is not right behind the generator.
Mhm.
So we got that capped off, so it all comes out to the end, which helps.
This thing's happened.
So yeah, like I say, in summary of his letter, the very last thing on the first page, we feel the building is structurally sound. And that last paragraph, there's not affect the structural integrity of the building.
Yeah, the last,
So the cracks are cosmetic in nature.
there's vertical cracking at the intersection of the non-load bearing masonry walls do not affect the structural integrity, so.
That would be that bathroom area in the male gen cell that,
And the wall between male gen and the hallway.
Yeah.
The one that's
Yep.
cracked.
yeah, it has the big crack right in the corner.
Wasn't as big a crack there though, was it?
No, that was just more like the mortar broke.
Right.
But I just wonder, is that the one that should be pick-proof caulk? We got a contractor in there, 'cause that's that odd angle, isn't it?
Yeah, but the part I'm thinking of, Terry, is actually in the hallway, not in the cell side. So it's in the hallway, that's,
Yeah, they're not there.
they're not, no, they better not be there.
Yeah, no, yeah.
There is one at that odd angle of general population men,
Is there one on the inside? I just remember the one on the
Both sides
outside.
of the wall.
It is, okay.
just south of the
But I don't
door.
know if you would caulk that or not. It's not even gapped. Or,
Yeah, it's hard to-
it's just a hairline crack that you can see.
I don't think you can even caulk that if you wanted to, without cutting all the mortar out and then re-caulking it. I think you're just making more work for yourself.
But is it a place that they can hide things?
Not right now, there's not. It's not wide open, like literally, it's a hairline. You can just see because it's a painted wall. If it wasn't painted, you wouldn't be able to tell that it was hardly even there. So that part right now is okay as far as I'm concerned.
So I guess, like I say, on my end, my thought, as long as we've got the green light through you guys to proceed, and then like I say, we'll fix it right and fix it once, and from there we can reach out to a local contractor.
Yeah, I think that's the answer for that.
Perfect.
Do you need Carla, do you need a received copy or anything on this, or you have
No,
a
we're fine.
copy?
Yep.
Okay.
And again, like, just while we're here on this issue of the building, like say, as we just spoke of, the tiling that they did, I think they're done now, that Rognus did. So,
Not the backside though, we don't know.
Yeah.
If there's something else, what I wonder is on the backside, we just need a bigger splash pad of some sort. Just disperse it without
mhm.
erosion and get
Yep.
it back into the, but if we have somebody that's gonna come in and pour the sidewalk back in, that'd be the time to maybe have a bigger splash pad on the north side.
Yeah.
But now's not the time. I think you probably put a French drain kind of system in towards the end there, that low spot. You had plenty of rock around it, so it would probably drain away pretty fast now when it comes down off the hill.
So we can speak on that at the same time as we're looking into having somebody for this issue. And
Yeah,
It'd have to be springtime for that other work anyway, but
that's where maybe Lars's would have more versatility there,
Mhm.
because I know Kingman subs that out.
All right, we'll head back to the rock.
Okay.
Thank you guys very much.
Thanks.
thank you.
I think that's all on my end. Like I say, you've got that letter and everything that Terry had, I have, so.
Main thing is to cover our base with the jail inspector, I guess.
Yep.
Right.
That's
And
been
again,
done, so.
So have we been billed for this?
That'll be interesting to see what it costs us to
Send
find out
it
it was
to
fine.
me.
Have you seen any invoices at all?
I don't think.
I have not, no.
He's probably waiting for us to act on it.
Yeah.
Do we need to act on it to accept the report?
There is no action on
All right.
the thing, so just let's discuss.
Thanks for your attention to it.
Oh, yeah, no, thank you guys. Like I say, just want to stay on top of
It's up
that.
to you. Yes,
Probably just do it next week, just to accept the report.
okay.
You won't need.
That's why I was wondering if you needed a,
Okay.
I'm perfunctory to accept it, that we agree with it.
Yeah.
Terry, are you neglecting your stamping duties at the other end of the?
What do we stamp?
Carla says we don't need this stamped, but if we're gonna accept something, don't
That'll
we?
be next week.
Next week.
Doesn't that get delegated to the new chair?
What?
Stamping?
No,
No.
Stamper's way
That's
down.
his position.
Oh.
It's right on the drawer. It is- I just lost the power of the stamper. You know, it's-
He's the middleman now.
Are you sore about that?
Oh, I'm stuck here in the middle. No responsibility.
It's like the middle child.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, guys.
Okay, thanks, guys. I'll let,
I know you got a busy day, so.
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
What?
The rest of your day's boring.
Me too.
Yeah.
So we need to go back up to 4?
Yeah, let's go back, make sure there's not anybody else we need to talk to on these lists.
Mm-hmm.
What's the North Iowa Vocational Center Board? Remember that one.
Well, Susan's on it.
North Iowa Vocational Board is finding jobs and,
Oh,
um,
that's tied in with the workforce? Yeah,
yes.
okay. So that's probably
Think
just
of
a
the
different
words.
name now. Yeah, that all reorganized. There again, they downsized the number of people serving on the main board. Now this is the vocational center board. East City, and the big board is over in Cedar Falls or whatever.
Waterloo or somewhere, yep.
Alright. The newspapers, we gonna stay with those?
That's kind of the only thing to do, isn't it?
We've got justification to do what we need to do there, I think. Like distribution. So is there a name change on your judicial one then?
No,
Still called that? Still called the board or advisory board?
we're just advisory now.
Yeah.
Advisory, everything's an advisory.
So just call it correctional advisory
And,
board?
and the advisory board is probably only gonna meet once a year instead of, every quarter. We had one here a while back, we needed the advisory board, and it's the last one we're allowed to have in person, the rest of them all have to be online. So there's no mileage and
Where
stuff.
was it held, where was it held at normally?
Webster City. And we went there for it, and they just basically filled us in what was going on, and we all disagreed with everything that was going on, and then we left.
It didn't make any difference that you disagreed, did it?
The people in charge of Second Judicial District weren't real excited about it either.
The Title VI will be Susan.
Because of the chair.
Yep.
It's a pretty big job.
What is it?
That's just the one that's,
That's what I was
to
just
get
gonna say,
federal
I'm glad
grants.
you said
You
it.
have to have that in place to get federal grants.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
That just
So
started
it's just
last
a
year, I
name,
think.
it's just a name on form?
assume that that one's all good all across the
Well,
board.
they do their own choosing there, don't they?
Do they?
Where now?
They
Right.
recommend it, I think.
Okay. Remember being in under discussion, because
Yeah.
Steve Austin, I figured he'd be a good one to be
I
on.
think all we did was help them get somebody.
That's it.
Weed commissioner. Do we wanna
Yeah,
wait on that
Discuss
one?
that.
yeah, I guess,
I'll circle it.
and possible change coming up there.
Maybe we should see if, we can put some of those things on the agenda for next week and ask, can't think of his name. You can-
Chris?
Chris. So that we can have discussions about that.
Well, and then there's workforce development board, so that's separate from vocational center. Is that something they do at the workforce development board thing, vocational center part of it? How about the compensation boards, do we have a change there?
Sigmund Higginson is, up at twenty-four.
He said he could be here at the next meeting. Okay. I guess we leave him.
He's on there, yeah.
Trustees, we don't have much to do with that. Do we have to look and see if there's anybody that's still not here?
Usually they let us, they're pretty good about letting us know if something needs to be changed.
Laverne Jostin. Guy.
Really?
I would look up on Shot. I thought he passed.
I'll ask Chris.
Don't wanna get the rumor started. Yeah.
Hi, Laverne Jostin. Is he alive? Okay, then, did somebody, for Forest Township, did somebody? Okay. Well, that's what I was thinking.
Address that. Just haven't changed it.
Okay, so we need to find somebody for Forest. Okay, thank you. Do you want Chris to call Riley and ask him?
Him to be on it?
No, he's already on it, but the town,
Just
we
suggest
usually just
another
ask.
word.
I'm talking to them, the supervisors. Hold on. Do you want Chris to call Riley and ask him to find somebody?
Yeah, any of the people that are on
Yes.
that group. Any of the forest ones.
Yeah, you can go ahead and call Riley then, Chris. Thank you. Okay. Yep, bye.
Dan Harvick doesn't live here anymore.
Those are part-time.
Oh, does he? They're out to the house still.
Well, they come and go.
Oh, I thought maybe they rented it out or something. Okay.
Not that
He
I,
got a place down south, does he?
Do we need
just down by Newton, it's halfway between their kids.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, they were in Bondurant.
I think it's near, yeah, it might be Bondurant. Isn't that
One
down by
of the
Newton?
kids is in Bondurant.
I don't think they live in either of their kids' actual towns.
Yeah, I was offered, they just needed an apartment over here.
Oh,
Yeah, that'd be a good renter for you.
it's a really nice see, I think over Christmas, they were showing some pictures of the house that was moved from right here on Four City, and that's their house that was moved. It's kinda cool. All the way out to the country north of Thompson.
That was Mark Brunswick that moved it, wasn't it?
I think that's cool.
Which house is that?
There was a house,
Dan.
Oh,
yeah, Dan and Lonnie's house, they made it
Yeah, they
into
just
a
moved,
mansion.
the original home house off Hospice Farm Supply, they just moved that over by Buffalo. The good thing was is they could go straight down 30th Avenue. They didn't have to take any turns except for the driveways.
Who moved that one? Do you know?
You know, I don't know who moved it, but they, Drew Jensen and his wife, they put it where the old Ed Hibbon farm,
Oh,
took that house there. So.
yeah, well, that's nice.
Any other names here of people that are
Can't serve.
not available?
Nothing that I noticed, but there's some of them I don't know. So.
There's one name that temporarily wasn't available, but
Is the calendar?
Oh,
he's back.
okay. Yeah.
So can we put that appointments on boards to next week and then we'll talk about it again?
Yep.
Everybody do their checking. Did you get your answer on the examining board?
Well, I'm
Was
sure
there
that's it. I
questions?
didn't see anything else that qualified for it, so yeah, I'm sure it's what appoints the assessor when needed.
Okay.
It's only when you have a vacancy and you have to fill it.
It has been needed in quite a few years.
No.
In my year, it's just that one time.
We'll look at the county holidays for the calendar year 2025.
Don't go too fast. I gotta get the stampers ready.
Here it comes.
First action of the year.
There's my babies.
Do you want to help them? Do you want to give them?
No, it's just gotta be cold turkey.
Any changes on the county holidays from last year?
They always slightly. How it evolved.
Yeah.
Look like a two on this way.
You gotta learn how to read it backwards.
I was dyslexic.
See, it's a natural for me.
I'll make a motion to approve the county holidays as presented.
I'll second it.
Motion by Derby and seconded by Jensvold. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Approval of the county holidays for calendar year 2025 has been approved.
There you go, your first sign of the year. Feel that power flow.
A good blue pen. Any other organizational duties? No.
You know, one thing I noticed on other county agendas on the radio, they set their rate for if you want to do payments on your 6% we charge.
Oh,
Wonder if that'd be good, just to put it on the agenda next week, to just formalize it.
okay.
Bad idea. Should I call Chris?
I tell you, this year change really is hard.
No, yeah, you get the big
Oh,
responsibility
hey,
there. We
Chelsea,
gotta
come on,
do the
so
year
Chris,
too,
we're
yeah.
ready to talk about
So much
drainage.
to rotate.
Yeah, no,
Thank
it's,
Getting better at it.
I feel your pain. Yeah, no.
Those are new ones when you were in this last year, weren't they the new ones?
Yeah, I think they started out the year with new ones, did it?
Yeah.
Well, what's the date on
24 was the
Yeah.
first one.
Yeah.
24, 25. All the way. Got other choices like paid or received. 29.
Well, that's good all the way through 29. I don't know, for some reason we got it like every couple of years or something, but no.
Sure, it's right.
I'm gonna call Scott, tell him we're ready for him.
To the rest of that picture.
Is there pictures?
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Way smooth.
Anything for drainage?
Yes,
Yay,
um,
exciting.
I know. Lahar finished DD 89. Yeah, so excited. I haven't gotten the bill yet, but everybody knows that they were doing it. So he's been in contact with Brian Miller and the Johnson, and so it just took a long time, but we're good. So, and he did finish also that, your brother-in-law's. I just got an invoice for that, so they must have been out there and done that.
So did they clean the ditch at all, or?
I didn't look at the bill yet. I just know I got it.
Built some more
So, yeah,
after some rain, probably so.
yeah. So, that's,
Is that just because it warmed up a little bit there that they got that done, or has that been
I don't
something
even care.
just
Every
done?
time I've talked to him for 2 years, I'm like, did you get out there yet? Did you get out there yet? Carla needed some work done. I'm like, no. When you're done with DD 89, you can go to Carla. I don't know if it worked that way. I think they finished hers first, but.
Did anybody ever get out on the east side of town, over here, that one place that, what was that one called? It's that one subdivision at the cul-de-sac.
Mhm.
That gal had that problem with a tile wall on the edge of her property.
No.
You never saw anything on that.
Nope.
That was one of those that it's hard to get somebody to go out and even look at it.
Yes.
Oh, that was the pond and the,
No, that's a different one, because that's up north. It's west of there on the hill. And that, there is nothing to do there. Everybody did everything right. And so she would probably have to tile to do something different because, supposedly the ponds that were there were all dug correctly and done correctly, that there shouldn't have been a leak from them.
okay.
That's what I was told, so that's all I know. So this is down the bottom of the hill. It's probably straight north of the old vet clinic.
Oh,
South,
Yeah.
it's gonna be south.
A little bit west, but yeah.
Yeah, so this is you, that subdivision that's right there, you can see if you're driving towards town, it would be south of the highway.
okay.
Yeah. It's DD 71.
Yeah, it's 71.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, is it the main or is it a lateral?
It's not classified by laterals, so,
Because there's a main that comes like this from the south, The lateral comes into it down the hill.
Yeah.
Might be towards that intersection.
Cause it's north of the subdivision and then it goes east under the road to catch DD5 ditch.
It almost looks like it is close to there, so that might be downstream from, so on the main.
Yeah. Yeah, it isn't classified out by laterals, so whatever work is done is everybody. But if somebody private tiled into it, into that main, then it's their bill, so. Mm-hmm.
You have to look at the overhead of it. Can you bring that up? You can look at that.
Terry's lost, he doesn't have his phone.
Otherwise, I'd look at it on my phone.
Oh, that's okay.
He forgot his phone this morning,
How quiet it must be.
you should see he's shaking over here, his
I
legs go.
rely on him for beacon a lot.
Right?
Like when that stabbing thing came in yesterday, I had to look up where that was.
How did that get from two people being stabbed to there was nobody stabbed?
Possible stabbing.
Oh, yeah.
And he just, ambulance staged. And so there was a lot of questions.
And I left a message for Riley, and I'll let him know that he needs to find somebody.
Okay.
He's the chair of that.
Who lives there?
He's a clerk.
I left a message for him. Oh, sorry, just go to the map.
3 trustees and a clerk,
It's easier for me to just
4
go.
people on.
Yeah, it looks like it's just the main that just goes right north of there, cuts through their property. So if you click on where it cuts through that property, nope, right, down, right, that one right there. Click on that. Yep, that's whose properties have the issues. Yep.
That's not the way I saw it.
Yeah.
So the light blue
Is the property line,
is.
The
but
dark
that's where
blue
the-
is the
That's where
main.
the issue was though?
is in her property.
Okay.
Yep, or their property.
Yeah.
Yep. So it looks like, there's a little hole. Click on the property to the right. Oh, they own them both, okay. Cause it looks like where the blue line is, way at the north, looks like a little pond area. Like it's been wet, so maybe the tile broke right there. But nobody's ever gone out there. She had called a couple of years ago, but she was gonna have somebody else do it, and that person never did it either.
How
So
big is that tile line that goes?
I
water through
couldn't tell
there?
you, we don't have anything on Beacon for the size.
8-inch coming from the north.
Okay.
For some reason, this map looks different.
That's one of those new ones, so,
So this is the highway. Yeah, I guess without the overlay, it's hard to tell. Because they show, oh, that's a different district. Oh, no, I don't know. Pull it up, or click that X down at the bottom right, get rid of the information. Bottom right, to the right there, click that X. Well, this is weird.
county line, it goes all the way down to the golf course.
Right, but
So-
now pull it down.
Or do you wanna just enlarge it?
Well, no, well, I'm showing here a main. What's that? This is where we're talking.
No. Where are we at?
Well, this is where we were talking, I think.
This is the highway right
This
here?
is the highway. I think, no, wait a minute.
Yeah, you gotta get the highway. You don't have all of Forest City in here, so you don't even have the right map. That map is not right.
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
Yeah.
That map
That
cuts off too
is,
far
that is
north.
not right.
Yeah,
So you don't have it.
It's like.
Yep.
That's why I'm confused.
yeah, there
That
should
is
be-
very
there
much
should
why
be
you're
a
confused.
few
Yes.
more blocks of property on the south side of that map.
Right, you
Yeah.
don't have enough information.
All right. Have to go to the original.
Yeah, I was looking at that and I'm like, well, God, there's stuff there.
Forest City got small.
Right?
Yeah. Well, Hancock must have made
Hancock stole.
some more.
So a lot.
So that 8-inch tile then that's going across their kitty corner
Mm-hmm.
might just be plugged or have
Or
a
it has the
blowout.
whole, yeah, something.
So it just needs to be,
We just need to get somebody out there. We have not. When she said she was gonna get somebody out there, I didn't contact anyone. And I hadn't gotten a bill in a couple of years, and then she called back again.
okay.
So now, it's like we just need to find somebody
Just
now.
Start
Over. Yep. So I will get on that. I have somebody at the counter that needs to talk to me, or do we have anything else for me?
I don't have
I
to.
don't know.
We can be done
I
with
don't
drainage.
I don't mean to cut you off, but
Yeah.
But you're gonna. Yeah, all right.
Okay, we're done.
are we okay? Are you okay, Terry?
I'm not the chair anymore, so.
Well, no, I want you to be comfortable with any questions you might have for me.
No, you should be-
I think
you
just
should be
contact-
comfortable.
Okay, well, now the light is behind you, and so I can't see your face, so
Put
I don't
the
know.
light on when you go
Oh,
up.
you're welcome.
You can't tell if my tongue is over
I
here.
can't.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
So,
it's
Okay.
tongue in cheek.
does that make more sense then, Terry?
Yeah, that looks better.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I didn't notice that other map, because that was printed from Sue,
Yeah,
and so when she brought it up, I never looked at it,
yeah, no,
so.
this looks better. I'm like, oh, there's a lot more Forest City there.
There's a, okay. Now it makes
So that makes more sense? Okay, well, I'll try to see if I can get another contractor. Have you contacted anybody, Terry?
No.
Okay.
Not for a couple of years.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
that sounds good. All right, thanks you guys very much.
thank you.
All right. Can't get hold of anybody in the engineer's office, so we'll go to number 7. Consider for approval for purchase, oh no, we're not doing that. We'll go to Title VI agreement,
That's all,
that's his too,
yep.
You
and the
wanna set me
utility.
down there like a bird dog or?
I called Rachel and Scott.
Call
Well, Scott's, oh yeah, call the front desk.
We did,
Call,
Oh, she's
I
not
called
there.
Rachel too.
oh, you did?
Mhm.
Well,
So it was, wait a minute and see. I could call Eric, he might be there, 7535.
if they all took vacation.
Who's the new year?
Yeah, she wasn't.
Maybe they're in a meeting, first, beginning of the year meeting. Open forum.
It's,
Facing you just a little too.
Oh, you're right now. Subaru authority,
Turn the handle the other way.
the temptation to be there.
I got a quote from Matt Schmidt on this year's work. for the offices and the hallway and the stairway. It looks very reasonable, and we've told him that we'll go ahead with that. And
So the scope of the work is what?
so the scope of the work is the recorder's office. We're going to sheet rock the plaster walls, remove and then,
Is it gonna be electrical involved at the
Yep.
same time?
yep. We'll do the LEDs in the ceiling and let's see, the quarter side room. We'll do the sheet rock there. Remove and reinstall any trim that's needed, properly fit ceiling tiles to new walls. The stairway up here, just patch any cracks. Supervisors, burr out the sheetrock, patch the cracks, remove and reinstall trim. IT room, same thing. They're gonna try to stabilize the glass tiles in the windows because they are, when the bell tower, when the bell tower rings, they crumble.
Oh, really? The vibration gets them.
Yeah, the glass,
Yeah.
those things.
Black, glass
Yeah.
black.
Oh,
Auditor's office, sheetrock and plaster. Remove and reinstall trim.
when they remove and reinstall the trim, are they gonna take the paint off it and make it wood again?
Kevin will do that. They'll uninstall it, Kevin will fix it, they'll put it back on.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know why anybody painted that trim in the
Yeah,
first
I
place,
know.
it drives me crazy.
Yeah.
And then the hallway, haven't decided if we're gonna do that yet, but depends on the budget.
Is it just this hall from door to door?
Yep, and then the stairway going upstairs. There's big cracks in the walls that you need
The stairway or the main stairway?
the stairway over there, the main one.
This little one.
The one we.
We're doing the little one too, but
The one we jacked up.
what's that?
We jacked that up once.
Yes, yep. So then all the rooms will get new carpet as well.
So between you and Matt, you
We,
discussed the timeline on that?
Yep.
When, coordinate the times?
are those tiles underneath this carpet?
It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it looks like it's flush. I always wonder why they wouldn't just put half carpet. Personally, I'd put all tile.
We tile under this.
No, yeah, is the tile under here, or is it, it looks
No.
like it's smaller, so,
Yeah, they both sit on the same floor.
yeah. But I would've, I would've had half and half, I would've had it all the way over here, be tile all the way.
There was a time at one time where they thought carpet was better for electronics and that kind of stuff.
All that.
It is for acoustics, it
Yeah,
sure is,
but I
yeah.
mean, even for like electronics, it's something I thought. There was a lot of tile in a lot of office, or a lot of carpet in a lot of
I
offices.
don't know, if we were rolling around on tile right now.
Be a little noisier, yeah.
Kinda like when you move around, you can hear that little bit of, yeah.
There's a movie you make that we don't know about.
Is there anything else for open
And as far as the
forum?
acoustics, your
Yes.
voice is still annoying, so I'll put that.
Oh, did you say that out
I
loud?
meant to just think
You
that.
thought it, but I've been told that before, but it's okay.
Yours, mine,
No.
growly little deep thing.
We all sound way different when you call in.
Yeah.
And there's several places to sign there.
time. I think they forgot we had a meeting today. But we stuck our head in there.
Yeah, they were in there,
Why
so.
don't you just text Scott?
I just did.
Oh, did he already misstep?
Rookie mistake.
Yep.
Thank you.
You want me to get a video of the bike out so you can get that wrist break on it?
I don't even wanna try to attempt that finesse yet. Some of those new numbers are still getting inked up.
Yeah. Well, he always made sure there was, plenty of ink on the paper when he slapped it down.
It's kinda like starting up an engine for the first time in 40 years. You gotta take it easy on it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This goes with payroll too.
This is an approved one.
You done these?
Yes. I made a resolution for you and then forgot to put it on the agenda. Yes, there's always next week.
As long as it wasn't so important, it had to be done right now.
Nope.
I think it was that resolution that's supposed to be on the agenda right before the chair that says we keep the chair.
Oh, that's a new resolution that it is?
Yeah.
We haven't seen the verbiage on that, so.
Establishing a permanent chair, they're gonna hide it in the 1,500 pages of it, right? That we won't see, we won't read the whole thing, we'll just pass it.
Even 1,500 pages was a short bill, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oops. Oh, I'm quite used to all this paraphernalia here.
These are the county codes.
Weird to see that 2025.
Yeah, just keep rolling on. It's been going on for a long time.
Thank you.
Well,
I am here, guys.
yeah,
We weren't sure for a while.
We have,
just about to send Guido and Rocco down to see if we can find you.
I would entertain a motion to approve the payroll.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Motion by Derby and seconded by Councilor Bell in favor.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, Scott, what do you know?
we have not a lot of updates. Our weather has been interesting for December, so we've had not a lot of days plowing snow or taking care of ice. We have had more ice days than snow this year, so those are the kind of days where we tend to use up some salt. So we're kind of starting to see a little bit of gouge into the inventory of salt.
I imagine your road grader guys are kind of bored.
Well, you know, with the warmer temperatures, they've been able to do a little bit of spot blading too, so that's kind of nice for some of the areas where they're, you know, kind of washboarded out. But otherwise, yeah, it can get to be the task of looking for catch-up work to do that we haven't been able to get through the summer that you can still do while the weather's cold. Let's see. Otherwise, the guys have been stockpiling a little bit in Buffalo Center. And let's see. We got a mechanic hired the other day. Kind of a little bit out of the blue, but Aaron, our other mechanic, kind of recruited a gentleman from his prior employer, and Andy Beeman is his name. He'll be working for us starting on the 8th, I think. So I'm excited to have that position filled. That's a tough one it was for us and is for many counties, and we're lucky to have somebody.
It is for most any business.
Sure, yeah. So he comes with a good truck background. We'll have a little bit of a learning curve with all the plow equipment and the heavy equipment side of things, but, you know, a diesel mechanic training and background, so that's a good
He's got
start.
2 in the shop, so that helps.
Once you've established that you have the abilities to fix most anything, you can look at almost anything, no matter what it is, and kind of figure it out.
Yeah, I think Aaron was more confident in that fact than he was, so a little recruiting went a long ways.
Go.
Let's see. We have all of our FEMA documentation submitted finally. Our agent has taken a leave down. She's from, I want to say, Arkansas or something. So we'll kind of be revisiting that in a little bit. We have all of the ditch cleaning part of the work still to be done. So we'll have to track hours and everything and report all that when we're done. But I think the way that it's looking, FEMA will estimate a cost based on the scope we provided, so much area to ditch clean. and that dollar amount I'll get to review. And if it looks close to me, I'll agree to it, and then that's the amount that they'll pay us. And then in the end, we'll track our costs, and if it's not significantly over by chance, that'll just be the end of it. So it took a lot of work to get to that point, but happy to be there. We got things to move on to. Rachel's been putting a lot of time into that, so I'll be kind of shifting gears a little bit and getting her working more on our archiving of our road plans that we'll be working over in the next month or so. Do you have a date from Arca Search when they're gonna be here?
Not off the top of my head.
Yeah, somewhere in January or,
It's soon.
yeah. Yep, so we gotta do some indexing prior to so that they can input data as they scan. Mhm. What else can I tell you today?
Building project.
Yeah, we got footings in the ground, footing walls are poured, and they had blankets over top of those through the mild cold. Sent Ethan a message here for an update on whether they were backfilling or what. I haven't seen that yet.
I didn't notice this morning, had they stripped off the forms?
Yeah, I can't tell you now.
There, I think it was yesterday, no, 2 days ago, on New Year's Eve, one person was there at least.
The plan was to get stripped and backfilled, soon. But, we have to have material that's suitable to backfill also. So that's about all I can say at this point.
They're not gonna backfill with clay,
Well, not with frozen chunks of clay. We'll see if we can dig to find some stuff that's not frozen. Or possibly use some other cheap backfill material from somewhere else.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else for Scott other than number 7, 8, 9?
I didn't have anything more on.
No? All right. Number 7, consider for approval 4 purchase agreements for permanent and temporary easements for project number L, Asmus 73-95 in Lincoln Township, section 10 and 11.
Okay, these are the easements for 40th Avenue that goes up to Asmus Farm Supply. The permanent easements are for 40th Avenue to widen from 66 feet to 100. 100 is more typical of our paved roads. And then there's a few temporary easements in here as well. Some of it's just to try and make the driveway slopes easier, so we had to buy a temporary easement back into their property. And we also bought temporary easement for Barrow site, which is the big hill between his house and his business there, and that's where all the fill will be coming from. The Asmuses have donated all the easements. So that's, as we expected, a good initiative from their
But we'll
business.
still have to buy the materials that they'll take out of the hill, or?
The Barrow material is being donated as well.
I thought you sent an email about that, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't have the number handy. Let's see what I thought it was worth. I'll just go through this quick. The Asmus Family Limited Partnership with 0.37 acres of permanent easement. Garrett and Megan Asmus, 0.31 acres permanent easement, 0.09 temporary. Arlen and Amy, 0.68 acres permanent, 0.46 acres temporary, and then 5.5 acres for the Barrow. And then Garrett and Megan and et al., 0.05 acres temporary. And I think the donated amount, I would estimate near $29,400. That's based on the typical land purchase price right now, but of course, when you buy right away, it can often be much higher than that.
Sometimes you gotta pay a premium to get it.
That's right, yeah.
So that, so 8,400 was for easements, what about materials?
I didn't estimate that cost. In recent history, all of our borrow sites for dirt, we really just pay for it's almost like we pay rent for that area. Most of the borrow sites we choose are not being farmed because they're too steep or too tall, tall part of a hill or something. So I don't know, there's a couple thousand yards of material that need to come out of there. I don't know, you might say $5 a yard or something if you wanted to estimate it, shooting from the hip a little bit.
So there's no dollar amounts on these purchase agreements,
Right, $0.
$0 on all four. Yep,
That's right.
okay.
Oh, want me to make the motion?
We probably need to see them.
I just like that.
I can
Well,
sign.
It's much better as long as they're all zero. I'll make a motion to approve the 4 purchase agreements for permanent and temporary easements for project number L. Asta 7395 in Lincoln Township, sections 10 and 11.
I'll second the motion.
Motion by Jens Holden, seconded by Derby.
Just be signature block on the last page, and one of them's my signature, one of them would be yours.
Okay,
There you go, your
all in
highness.
favor? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. Thank you to Asmus for donating those easements and materials, right?
Well, I think she's pretty happy to have that paved. So,
Oh, yeah. That where it goes?
Yep. And I'll probably handwrite your name in under there, but when we sent out the agreements, I wasn't sure of the timing. I didn't want to have the wrong chairperson typed in.
Well, we've already had our hostile takeover of power,
Uh-huh.
so it's, at least it wasn't a bloody coup.
We are civilized.
Terry cried for a little while.
I missed it.
As soon as he found out he was in control of the Stampers, he felt a little better.
Thanks for all your work on that.
Yeah. Do that.
All right, so we are at number 8. Consider for approval update to Title 6 Agreement and Policy.
Title VI is a non-discrimination policy that we maintain. I am the agent in our office. That's an agreement with the Iowa Department of Transportation required to participate in federal aid contracts. Really, the main reason we updated is because the chair has to sign the agreement. So every time the chair is updated, we have to pass a new version. It is the same as prior year, is the same as the prior year. We haven't had any complaints or any issues with it.
It's just the third year of this, or fourth.
I bet it's 4 or 5, honestly.
It was before COVID.
So it had to win 19 at least.
Thank
Mhm.
We had fun because I can't remember it anymore.
Looks like there's 2 places to sign this.
Yep, there's 2 tags on there that need your signature.
Carly, you don't need any of this, do you?
I just need a motion.
Entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion to update the Title VI agreement and policy.
I'll second.
Motion by Jensel, seconded by Derby. I'll I just had a real brain blank. All in favor.
And say what?
This is your judge.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Paula's already going to her head. She's just so overwhelmed with it.
Man,
And then you're supposed to ask her, is there any names?
if I hear all of the ayes, I don't need to ask for the names, right?
Probably should, 'cause did you?
Are there any names? I didn't say.
Like that last one, I didn't hear you say aye, and so it's 2 ayes, and
Still passed.
it still passed.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That was an eye roll. Sorry,
You're still supposed to say all opposed.
I know, all opposed.
I'll have to admit, I usually don't. When if you hear all ayes,
All right, we're moving to number 9, consider for approval utility permit for Alliant Energy in Lincoln Township.
We have a permit from Alliant Energy to do overhead to underground conversion of facilities along the Minnesota border from Cassup County, along 510th Street, which is under the maintenance of Faribault County, and then down R20 to 500th Street, and then east into Rake near Landis Co-op's main office there.
I'll make the motion to approve the utility permit for Alliant Energy in Lincoln Township.
I'll second.
Motion by Jensel, seconded by Derby. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
It sounds like some of the boring work they're gonna try to do this winter.
Oh, really? Well, if they have moderate temperatures, it might be some bad, but with that boring, don't they have some water that they use for that?
Yeah. I'm not
Yeah.
terrible sure how that'll go, but, you know, in the past, we've had some problems with Alliant and Michaels with our, you know, road divots that they caused, and that was new pavement and hot temperatures, so here we have cold temperatures and into the spring and a road that'll get overlaid, so
Yeah.
I guess I have less concerns here. The last time we required a performance bond, we decided not to recommend that this time.
Anything else for Scott today?
Just to let you know, we're possibly gonna have it on the agenda next week to talk about weed commissioner.
Okay,
Probably have Chris here, Peter here.
okay.
That's an appointment we make once a year, and we kind of put it off, or we try to get through what our discussion should entail, what possibilities are, any changes.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's something you want to discuss with Chris ahead of time.
Yeah, I can maybe do that. But what do you think is the scope of your discussions?
Well, I think we're looking at, if he wants out of it, then, we're gonna have to appoint a weed commissioner, and is it gonna be through all of road workers doing
talking about all of the weed and brush control for the right of ways included too.
For road right of ways.
Okay,
So it might just be the beginning of the discussion
Yeah,
next week.
it's not gonna probably all be decided next week, it's just, we'll be discussing it.
Okay.
Going into budget.
Yep.
That's coming up.
Yeah, it's an exciting time of year.
So if you wanna go back to open forum, we can discuss when do you think we're gonna be hitting budgets?
Everybody has to have them in on the 10th. And then I will enter them. And then probably have meetings. I don't know, hopefully the 20th, but depends on how long it takes me to get them entered.
Anything else for Scott, guys?
I don't think so.
Anything for us more, Scott? Okay. Consider for approval of county claims.
I'll make a motion to approve the county claims.
I'll second it.
Motion by Derby and seconded by Jensvold to approve the county claims. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Anything else in open forum that we need to jump back into, or are we good? All right. And we're adjourned.